A strong second place, and Gout Gout got the job done in the end comfortably.
It's a great experience for me, running against the big dogs. You know, it's great. It's great to be out here and just excited for more.
Gout Gout stunned the entire world the moment he stepped onto the track in Tokyo. At just 17, the Australian prodigy carried a calm confidence that shook the field. Fans felt it, analysts noticed it, and by the time he reached the blocks, everyone knew something unforgettable was about to happen.
The free here, just go out there, run like a horse, run like the wind. You know.
Gout entered Tokyo as the youngest man in the entire 200-meter field, the youngest male ever selected to represent Australia at a Senior World Athletics Championships, and one of the most talked-about teenagers the sport has seen since the rise of Usain Bolt. Yet even with the buzz, there was still uncertainty about how he would handle the pressure of racing grown men, Olympic medalists, global champions, and pros who had been racing on this stage longer than he had been alive. When the heat started, everything became clear. His composure, his stride, his patience, his uncanny ability to stay calm even when the race threatened to get away from him. In Heat 5, he was swallowed early by Jamaican star Brian Level, who blasted out in one of the fastest heat performances of the night. Gout, known for his slow starts, found himself buried in the opening seconds. But what happened next made the athletics world sit up straight. Instead of panicking, he reeled the field in with stunning control. Around the bend, where most young sprinters lose form and rush their technique, he settled into a rhythm that looked more like a seasoned 25-year-old. By the time he reached the home straight, he was right back in the mix, fighting for an automatic spot. And he got it, crossing the line in 20.23 seconds, securing direct qualification for the semifinals. Commentators called him beyond his years. Broadcasters praised the way he handled the moment. The Olympic Games account itself highlighted his poise, reminding the world that this young Australian had just achieved something legendary sprinter Usain Bolt never did as a teenager, advance past the heats at his first senior global championship. Bolt, at the same age, clocked 21.05 and didn't reach the semis. Gout ran 20.23 and did it with style. The gun fired, and again his start lagged. His signature weakness showed itself, but his strength followed like clockwork. He attacked the curve with long, powerful strides, his arms driving cleanly, his face calm. Down the backstretch, he surged. The crowd could see it. Commentators could feel it. That signature negative split acceleration, that late-race firestorm that made analysts compare him to Bolt, was coming alive. But at this level, small margins decide everything. His back-end speed was electric, but the gap created at the start was too much to close fully. He finished fourth in 20.36 seconds, strong, composed, and faster than Bolt's semifinal debut time in 2005, but not enough to enter the final. For most 17-year-olds, that outcome would be devastating. For Gout, it lit a fuse. In interviews, he didn't sulk. He didn't make excuses about the conditions or the pressure. He spoke with the hunger of an athlete who sees the long game. "It definitely makes you hungry," he said. "I'm just a kid right now, but I can compete as a kid. And the thing I have that they don't is time. They may not have 15 years, but I've got 15 years." He said it like someone who knows his future isn't a dream. It's an inevitability. Around the world, analysts agreed. His semifinal time was still better than Bolt's first World Championship semifinal. His heat performance placed him among the top youth sprinters in history, and his race composure at 17 was something even seasoned veterans admired. Not everyone handled his performance gracefully, however. One American athletics account posted a mocking out-out graphic after his semifinal, which sparked immediate outrage. Fans, journalists, even Olympians blasted the post as tasteless and disrespectful. The account deleted the message after the backlash, but the damage was done. If anything, the reaction showed how much respect the world already had for Gout. American Olympian Darrell Hill called out the criticism publicly. Fans demanded fairness, pointing out how a 16-year-old American distance runner received glowing praise for his own elimination, while Gout was mocked despite outperforming expectations. It was a reminder, when you're a rising global star, every reaction, positive or negative, reveals your growing impact. Meanwhile, other athletes were more supportive than ever. Noah Lyles, the reigning king of the 200 meters and the favorite for the Tokyo title, openly praised the teen sensation. "He's more talented than I was," Lyles said after the semifinal. He went further, calling Gout an amazing kid, with a great head on his shoulders and a support system built for greatness. Those words mattered, not because he said them, but because of who said them. Lyles is the most dominant 200-meter sprinter of the era, the closest thing the sport has to a Bolt successor. For him to acknowledge Gout's potential wasn't just a compliment, it was a passing of a torch, not for today, but for the future. Even beyond Tokyo, people began looking back at Gout's journey, and the more they learned, the more remarkable it became. Born in Queensland to South Sudanese parents who fled civil conflict, Gout grew up as one of 7 children. His father, Bona, once explained how their original family name was changed during immigration, turning Goat into Gout, a spelling that often led to jokes or misunderstandings, but the young sprinter turned that story into fuel rather than frustration. He began as a soccer player before turning to track, and once he did, the records fell quickly. At 14, he ran 10.57 in the 100 meters. At 15, he broke Australia's under-18 record in the 200 meters. At 16, he set world youth marks that placed him next to legends like Bolt and Knighton, and by 17, he held the Oceanian 200-meter record at 20.02, numbers unheard of for someone who hadn't even graduated high school. In 2024, he collected international medals, won national titles, shattered long-standing Australian records, and even attracted interest from global brands, eventually signing professionally with Adidas. By 2025, he was racing and winning on European circuits, defeating experienced sprinters with calm confidence. So when he stepped onto the track in Tokyo, he wasn't an underdog. He was a new chapter in Australian sprinting. His Tokyo run added to the legend. In his first major championship as a teenager, he made the semis, posted times that topped Bolt's debut, handled pressure with maturity, and showed the world a preview of what's coming. And the way he handled the aftermath made his story even more compelling. He didn't complain about the rain. He didn't dwell on missing the final by fractions. He didn't criticize the start he knew he needed to fix. Instead, he focused on the future, on getting stronger, maturing physically, improving his block work, and sharpening the execution that would eventually carry him under the 20-second barrier. He said it clearly. He's still skinny, still young, still growing, and when his strength catches up to his speed, the track world knows what comes next. The race plan is there, the hunger is there, the foundation is there. And the timeline? He said it himself. He has time. Years of it. In a sport where most athletes peak in their mid-20s, Gout Gout is just getting started. Tokyo wasn't the finish line, it was the ignition point. He's already rewritten youth record books. He's already earned the respect of global stars. He's already shown the world that he can perform under the brightest lights. And now, with the world watching even more closely, he's stepping into the next phase of his career with something even more dangerous than raw talent: experience. What he showed in Tokyo wasn't a disappointment, it was a warning. The kid isn't coming, he's already here. Nadia Batacleti was racing against the 2 fastest women in the world. She stayed close to them the whole race, and that's exactly how she won a medal. This is the story of Nadia Batacleti, and September 2025 might have been her greatest month ever. Nadia Batacleti is 25 years old. She's from a small town called Lyles in northern Italy, right in the mountains. And this Italian runner just won 2 medals at the World Championships in Tokyo. But her story starts way before that. Running is in her blood. Her dad, Giuliano, was a really good Italian distance runner back in the day. He finished 7th at a big European race in 1998. Her mom, Jawara, came from Morocco and ran the 800 meters. So Nadia grew up watching her parents run. Now her dad is her coach. They work together every single day. Nadia says their relationship is special because they trust each other and talk about everything. She explains, "My father understands me and I understand him." A coach is not someone who just writes the training. It's people who understand you, who follow you, who allow you to be yourself. Nadia is also Muslim. Every year during Ramadan, she has to adjust her training because she fasts during the day. Her coaches help her train a bit easier during that month. She says, It's not easy to do this as a professional athlete, but it's something I feel, and it's good for me. She started winning medals as a teenager. When she was just 17, she won bronze at a European championship. By 18, she was already Italy's best 5,000-meter runner. That's really young. In 2021, Nadia went to her first Olympics in Tokyo. She was 21 years old. She ran the 5,000 meters and finished 7th in the final. That's really good for your first Olympics. She ran 14 minutes and 46 seconds, which was almost the fastest time ever by an Italian woman. After the Olympics, she kept getting better. She started breaking Italian records that had stood for many years. In 2022, she broke a record that was 15 years old. Then she broke another record that was over 20 years old. But 2024 was when everything changed. In June 2024, the European Championships came to Rome. That's Nadia's home country. She was running in front of Italian fans. First, she ran the 5,000 meters on opening night. The crowd went crazy. On the last lap, she passed Norway's Caroline Grøvdal right at the end and won gold. It was her first big senior title. 4 days later, she ran the 10,000 meters. That's 25 laps around the track. This time she led from the front and dropped everyone with 600 meters to go. Another gold medal. 2 races, 2 gold medals, 2 Italian records. Rome was the turning point. Nadia said later, "The European Championships in Rome was definitely the turning point. With the staff, we worked on the little things, on the details. Now I feel like I'm a complete runner." Then came the Paris Olympics in August. First was the 5,000 meters. Nadia ran really well and finished 4th. She ran 14 minutes and 31 seconds, another Italian record. She actually got moved up to 3rd place bronze when Kenya's Faith Kipyegon was disqualified. But then Kipyegon appealed and got the medal back. So Nadia was 4th again. That hurts. But she didn't give up. A few days later came the 10,000 meters. Nadia was determined. With 200 meters to go, 7 women could still win. Then Kenya's Beatrice Chebet made her move. Nadia followed her. They sprinted down the final straight. Chebet won gold. Nadia got silver. She held off the defending Olympic champion Sifan Hassan to take 2nd place. Nadia became the first Italian woman ever to win an Olympic medal in the 10,000 meters. Ever. In history. After the race, she said, "2024 was a magical year for me, where so many of my dreams came true. All this has helped me to face 2025 with even more self-confidence." She also said something funny. "I'm starting to like silver medals." But 2024 wasn't done yet. She went to more championships and won more gold medals. She won European gold in cross-country running. Then she won gold at the European Road Championships in the 10-kilometer race. No athlete had ever held European titles on track, cross-country, and road all at the same time. Nadia did it. Then came 2025. In May, Nadia went back to Tokyo for a special 5-kilometer road race, and she absolutely flew. She ran 14 minutes and 32 seconds. That broke the European record by 7 seconds. She finished 2nd in the race behind Kenya's Caroline Nyaga, but she got the European record. After that race, Nadia was happy. "It means a lot. I'm so happy because I just broke 2 records, and to be here in Tokyo is really amazing." The goal all year was the World Championships. They were happening in September. And guess where? Tokyo again. The same stadium where Nadia ran her first Olympics in 2021. She said before the championships, "It will be great to be there again. Coming back this year will be wonderful. I will finally see a full stadium with the cheering and warmth of the Japanese public." 4 years ago, the Tokyo Olympics had no fans because of COVID. The stadium was empty and quiet. Now it would be packed with over 56,000 people. The World Championships started on September 13th. Nadia was entered in both the 10,000 meters and 5,000 meters. 2 chances at medals. First came the 10,000 meters. This was 25 laps. The race started steady. Then around lap 15, things got serious. Kenya's Agnes Ngedich picked up the speed. The pack shrunk down to 6 runners, then 5 runners. Then with 1 lap to go, Ethiopia's Gudaft Tsege surged. Now only 4 were left: Beatrice Chebet, Nadia Batacledi, Gout, and Agnes Ngedic. Coming into the final 200 meters, Chebet attacked. Nadia went with her. For a moment, it looked like Nadia might catch her, but Chebet held on. Chebet won in 30 minutes and 37 seconds. Nadia was just 0.62 seconds behind in 30 minutes and 38 seconds. Tsegay got bronze.
Running the race of her life. Tsegay's going to get the bronze. Batacleti's trying ever so hard, but it's gold again for Beatrice Chebet, the Olympic champion.
Nadia set another Italian record. After the race, she said, "This year was tough after the Olympic Games last year, but I knew that I was ready to run fast. It's really big for a European girl to win a medal at this event with all the African runners." She was proud, but also a little disappointed. "In the last lap, I realized I was a bit too far away from the leading athlete. I wanted to go faster over the last 300 meters. Unfortunately, I missed a moment for the gold, but I am proud." Silver medal number 1, but she wasn't done. A few days later came the 5,000 meters final. This was the big one, the race everyone was watching. The race was tactical and tough. Everyone stayed together for most of it. Then in the final laps, the pace exploded. The athletes were fighting for every position. Nadia was right there in the mix. She fought every single meter. Coming down the home stretch, the medals were decided. Nadia crossed the line in 3rd place. Bronze medal.
Tsegay's going to get the bronze. Batacleti's trying ever so hard, but it's gold again for Beatrice Chebet.
She had done it, her first world championship medal in the 5,000 meters. Added to her 10,000 meters silver from earlier in the week, Nadia left Tokyo with 2 medals.
He's done it again! A year later, rewriting the world record again!
Few athletes in history have changed a sport the way Usain Bolt did. The Jamaican sprinter didn't just win races, he redefined what the world thought was humanly possible. Years after hanging up his spikes, his name still stands as the ultimate benchmark of speed, power, and charisma. Usain Bolt, born on August 21, 1986 in Trelawney, Jamaica, is more than an athlete. He's a global icon whose name redefines speed itself. He isn't just a record holder or a gold medalist. He stands as the greatest sprinter the world has ever seen. For more than a decade, Bolt's breathtaking dominance didn't just shatter records, it reshaped what people believed the human body could achieve.
Cleveland finishing fast, Bolt wins, Bolt wins, and Bolt has smashed his own world record, just as he did in Beijing.
What Bolt did on the track has never been done before, and quite possibly will never be done again. He holds the world records in the 100 meters at 9.58 seconds and the 200 meters at 19.19 seconds, both set in 2009, a year that cemented his status as the fastest man in history. No one has come within 0.12 seconds of either record since his retirement in 2017. "When I was competing, I was working to break the benchmark," Bolt reflected during the 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. "Now that I've retired, it's a great feeling to know that I'm the benchmark. If you want to be the best, you want to be a legend. I wanted to set high standards, and I did. That benchmark is astonishing. 8 Olympic gold medals, 11 world championship titles, and 3 world records that continue to stand. His dominance spanned 3 Olympic Games, winning gold in the 100 meters and 200 meters at Beijing 2008, London 2012, and Rio 2016. His electrifying performances and charismatic celebrations turned him into a global icon. But Bolt wasn't just fast. He brought fun back to the sport. His signature lightning bolt pose, infectious grin, and showmanship made him a fan favorite around the world. He didn't just win, he entertained. It's the personality," Bolt said. "A lot of people, they try to be fun, but it comes off different. It's just having a good time. I try to engage with fans, and that's why they gravitated to it." Bolt's talent was evident early. At just 15, he won the 200 meters at the 2002 World Junior Championships, becoming the youngest ever male World Junior champion. By 17, he had already broken the 20-second barrier in the 200 meters. Despite early setbacks, including a hamstring injury at the 2004 Olympics, Bolt persevered. His breakthrough came in 2008. That year, Bolt stunned the world at the Beijing Olympics, winning the 100 meters in 9.69 seconds, the 200 meters in 19.30 seconds, and leading Jamaica to a 4 by 100-meter relay gold in 37.10 seconds. All three performances set world records at the time. A year later, at the 2009 World Championships in Berlin, Bolt obliterated his own records. He ran the 100 meters in 9.58 seconds and the 200 meters in 19.19 seconds. These times remain untouched. Asked why, Bolt quipped, "Do you really want the answer? We're just more talented. You can't run faster just with brand new spikes.